Kylian Mbappe is him. He's absolutely world class. The best player in world football for me right now. You got players like Rafinha, Vinny Jr., Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah's the closest player for me right now. And a couple of weeks ago, I probably would have said Mohamed Salah is the best player in the world right now. But that performance against Manchester City was world class. He's an absolute joke. 4 goals over 2 legs against Manchester City. Man City completely destroyed, run through. It was like Bonnie Blue, 1,000 geezers just running through. You know, they looked majestic tonight, Real Madrid. Make sure you go down, drop a like, hit that subscribe button and all that good stuff. Make sure you go and check out the Liverpool match reaction if you haven't already earlier. Aston Villa 2, Liverpool 2. But this game tonight for me was just, I mean, listen, you can't ever write off Madrid, ever. Mbappe, ridiculous. Jude Bellingham, good. Rodrygo, very, very, very good. Vinny Jr., not his best night tonight. But luckily, when you got a player like Killy in the side, it does not really matter. For Man City, look, when I saw Man City's lineup, I want to start with them. When I saw this lineup and I saw no Erling Haaland, and there wasn't a huge amount of firepower on the pitch for Real Madrid, for Man City without him, like, Savio, for me, doesn't score enough goals. Bernardo Silva doesn't score enough goals. Phil Foden hasn't been himself this season. Gundogan doesn't score enough goals. Omar Mamouche coming off the back of a hat-trick against Newcastle. Like, that defence as centre-back doesn't have enough pace in it with Diaz and Stones. Kazanov at right-back, not a huge amount of Champions League experience. And Vardial. Like, Vardial, for me, is the best defender out of those this season. Diaz is a good box defender, but there isn't really any pace. And when you're coming up against Rodrygo, Jude, Killy, Vinny, Valverde even playing at right back, Rudiger back in the side as well. Asensio is a joke at only 22. He looks really, really good. And you look at the benches of both teams as well. I mean, look at that Madrid bench. Brahim Diaz, Endrick, Modric, Camavinga, Alaba now back in the team. You know, Vazquez as well. Don't get me wrong, City have got some talent on there. Haaland didn't get any minutes. Grealish didn't get any minutes. De Bruyne and Doku did not get any minutes. But that centre-back pairing and that lineup is not good enough for Manchester City. And all it took was one ball over the top from Asensio. And the finish from Kylian Mbappe is chef's kiss. Absolutely insane. It was a ridiculous finish. And he is him. He is him. He's absolutely world class. And for me right now, looking at that performance, the best player in world football, when it comes down to these big moments, the biggest players step up. And the first goal from Mbappe was majestic. The second goal, it's world class. Sits down Vardy out, and the finish is a joke. And then gets his hat-trick on the hour mark. The defending from Manchester City is absolutely spineless, and it's poor. Don't get me wrong, they got a late consolation goal, but it didn't really matter. Valverde, first time pass into the feet of Mbappe, who stands up forward and dribbles towards the City penalty area, cuts in on his left foot, and puts it in the back of the net. Madrid, I am backing them, and it's a big claim right now to go out there and still win this Champions League. They have just got it in the locker. World-class talent all over the pitch. Rudiger, Jude, Killy, Vinny, Rodrygo, Camavinga, and Tchouaméni. They've just got it, haven't they? And it turns out that they are going to play. I think they're going to play. Do they play Atletico Madrid, or I don't know who they play? I think they've got either Atletico Madrid or Leverkusen in the next round, and I think they'll comfortably beat those. Man City, however, they are absolutely in the dumps right now. All they've got to play for now is top 4 and an FA Cup, and they've got a huge, huge game on Sunday against Liverpool. Then they've got Spurs, they've got Forest, they've got Brighton. They have got some tough games coming up. I think that win will give Madrid a lot of confidence going into the remainder of the Champions League and the remainder of La Liga. You know, the La Liga title race at the moment is very tight between Barcelona and Atleti. But look at these City fixtures. They're not coming easy, are they? You've just been battered 3-1 by Real Madrid. Of course, Gonzalez got the consolation goal. But I want to talk about their fixtures, and I want to talk about what that means from a City perspective. Yes, they will beat Plymouth Argyle, and they are still probably the favourites to win the FA Cup. There's only, Villa, Brighton, Liverpool are out, Chelsea are out, Spurs are out. United is still in it. You know, they're still probably the favourites to win the FA Cup, and they may do it. But that was a humbling tonight. That was a pasting. That was their worst performance of the season. You know, Kylian Mbappe absolutely tore them to shreds. They didn't know their hand from their elbow in that game. And that, looking at it from a Man City perspective, is not good enough. You know, did they do enough in the window? Did they do enough in the summer? Have they replaced key players? You know, do they have enough firepower? Still relying on Gundogan at 34. You know, their defense looks shaky. They don't really have a fit centre-back pairing that can defend pace. And I think Liverpool will go to the Etihad and beat them. And then they've got a massive game against a very poor Spurs side that just about beat Manchester United. If they lose to them as well, you know, that will be absolutely catastrophic for them. But Plymouth Argyle, I expect them to beat, you know, comfortably and probably go on and win the FA Cup. And to be fair, that would probably still be somewhat of a successful season, seeing where they are now. They were knocked out the League Cup early. They've been knocked out the Champions League early. They're so far off the pace this season. Their shape, Guardiola's tactical changes in game. You know, I don't get his substitutions at times. In terms of, you know, the title, like they could be, if they Liverpool beat them, they could be 21 points. Sorry, 20 points away from Liverpool. They got a massive game at the weekend where they could get leapfrogged by Chelsea and Bournemouth. You know, I think as low as they could finish is 6th. I don't think Newcastle can make that swing. I mean, they could if Liverpool give them a pasting. But they could also, if they beat Liverpool, end up going 3rd. You know, the title race is going to be really interesting. If Arsenal beat West Ham, the gap goes down to 6 points. You know, sorry, is it 5 points? Yeah, 5 points, because they'll be on 56. Yeah, so look, it's massive, but the difference in class between Real Madrid and Manchester City tonight was absolutely frightening. You know, at times Manchester City looked like they were running out of ideas, and Madrid just looked like they were just warming up. I'll be honest with you. Like I don't really know what you guys make of City this season. They're so below par in their performances. You know, they've had a lot of pacings this season by Sporting, by Madrid, by Spurs, by PSG. You know, losing 6-3 on aggregate to Real Madrid. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. When I looked at that Newcastle performance and I looked at how well they played Omar Mamouche with a hat-trick, I thought going into this game, they may actually have something for Madrid, but that was just insane. Like, yeah, I don't know what you guys make of that, because I look at that right now and I just think they are absolutely struggling, you know? Like, I look at the Man City changing room right now must be on their knees. But fair play to Real Madrid. You know, they've absolutely battered City tonight. They beat them away as well. They've got Girona on Sunday. Then they've got a Copa del Rey semi-final first leg against Sociedad, and they could do a treble this season, which they have not done in their history, to my knowledge. So that is still on for Real Madrid. Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you have that subscribe button. Like I said, go and check out the Liverpool match reaction to Aston Villa 2, Liverpool 2. because that was one entertaining game. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. I am